Double V for Visit Volta Franklin here, and today I'm talking to the Queen Maker. And we say Queen Makers. This is someone who takes ordinary ladies, sorry, no offense, ladies, but ordinary ladies, converts and molds and sublime them into world-class top models. Went on international beauty pageants and then brought back a number of awards, not just participate and I was there some, no, like went there, dominated and brought back awards, moved all the way to the world level, Miss World level. Like, Charlie, this is the apex of it all. V, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself. Who is Venunye? Who is V?
Venunye is a very calm, shy.
Sorry. Yes.
So like I was saying before, you rudely interrupted.
No. It wasn't.
Venunye is a very calm, shy, innovative, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a pageant coach and consultant, and then I also have a very bad character that most people can attest to.
Don't listen to him. And he left a lot out, but you know this. I know how to get the juice out of everyone else, so I'll get the details for you, okay? Just relax. Now, Venunye, how did you get here? How did you get to where you are doing what you're doing? How did you get here?
So a lot of things got me to this particular point, but then I would say that the most important things that I noticed from all the things that got me to this particular position that I am is the fact that I kept constantly criticizing the arts that I saw. So I watch pageants a lot. I'm a pageant fan. No matter where the pageant is being held, I would follow it. I'll look at the girls. I'll look through their social media. I'll look through the kind of platforms and then activities they put out, and then I'm able to tell who deserves what or who I think will fit into what. And then I look around in the space, especially in the Volta region, or let me say Ghana as a whole, because Volta region, I would say, produces 90% of the beauty queens that we have in the entire Ghana.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Because on every pageant, if the contestants are 10, the ladies in Nida from Volta region are about 8.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, what can I do? I'm always not happy with how people are doing things, but then it's their platform, it's not my platform. There is nothing I can do about it. So even if you tell the organizer of the pageant, oh, I feel this and this and this should be done, it's their platform. They still do what they want to do. So I woke up one day and I was like, no, it ends there. I'm going to start my own platform, and then I'm going to do the things that I want to see people do that they are not doing. So that is how it all started.
That is how it all started. How long ago was this? Like, what was the first time you actually observed something pageant related and felt? For me, my love for tech was, I remembered when we moved to our new house, one of my dad's old tape, I took it apart and destroyed it. Fixed our black and white television, and something they said was dead. And that was like, okay, I love this machine thing. I started shocking myself. So that is where it actually ignited in my head. How did the pageant thing start for you? How long ago?
I think pageantry, my interest in pageant started at a very tender age. Because I remember the first major pageant I watched was a Miss World pageant. It was either Miss World 98 or Miss World 99. But then what I remember is that India won that particular year. So I was watching the pageant, and then as soon as India climbed on the stage, I was able to tell. I could just tell that India was going to win. And I remember my parents...
When was this?
This was like 98, 99.
Jeez.
One of those. I was still very young. I was around... maybe 10, 11 years.
Jeez, Venunye.
Was I 11?
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 10, either 10, 11 or 9, 10, between one of those. I don't want you people to go and be calculating my age. So you leave me alone. But then I remember it goes far back as then.
Yeah.
So we kind of like just know, the things that you have a niche for. You know the things that you don't have to struggle to get. And then as time goes on, you keep building up on those things, you keep investing more into it, and that's how it has been.
I'm going to address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
There's this question that initially, when I didn't get the details, I was asking myself too. So I know it's behind everybody's mind. Why beauty pageant? You get some fine girls come and walk around, sometimes in bikini and stuff. Like, yeah, they're fine. What is that? Like, why are you worrying us? The girls, they are fine. We are seeing them every day. What is beauty pageant? What is it? What?
So beauty pageant is, let me give you a scenario. So in the world, we have like so many organizations that are trying to make the world a better place. Everybody tries to make the space around them more comfortable or more adaptive to the people that are within that environment. Let's take a beauty pageant as a form of NGO. So let's imagine there are hundreds or thousands of towns in the Volta region. And once a year, all these towns have festivals that they celebrate. At every festival, there is like a pageant that is held on one of the days for the festival. So let's say they organize these pageants during these festivals, and then these pageant winners decide that, okay, for my reign, I'm going to raise funds and get 1,000 exercise books to donate to students who are needy in my community. So let's say there are about, rough estimate, let's say 5,000 towns in the Volta region. It might be more, it might be less. So 5,000 towns, 5,000 beauty queens. 5,000 beauty queens times 1,000
books.
Whoa. So that is the kind of impact that pageant has on people. That is the kind of impact that pageant has on people. So everybody brings in their little effort. It's not always about the very big things that you do, but the little minute things, they all come together.
That's a lot of 1,000
to
books.
Play. Yeah.
No, not 1,000 books. I'm trying to calculate, but you know I don't get sense. But 5,000 by 1,000, that is like 5,000 by 1,000. That is like, is that 50 million? Wait, where's calculator?
Let's calculate.
5K. 5 million.
5 million, so that will be 5 million books.
5,000
by 1,000.
People who get sense have given me answers. I'm still here calculating. That's 5 million. I mentioned 50 million, right?
Yeah.
That
was a bigger goal.
That was a bigger goal.
Yeah.
No, but 5,000 lives touched. This is a lot. That's 5,000 families.
Yes, 5,000 families.
That you touched.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah. No, but that would be like 5 million. So let's say if you give a book to a person, if you give one book to one student, that would be 5 million people. If you give 2 books to one person, that would be 2.5 million people. And then imagine if 2.5 million people don't have a book that they would even write on, do exercises in, and then you are coming on board to help them solve that problem. It might be just 2 exercise books, but at least they can write notes, they can jot down important information.
You're taking it high.
They can do their homeworks, they can do research, they can do project work, and all of these things. So that is a kind of impact that beauty pageants bring into the society. So that is why I am more invested into pageants.
Okay, I get it. I kind of get it. I kind of understand a little bit, but this explanation makes it a lot more relatable because there are beauty queens and also some of your goings. Some of your queens, you know, during the flooding in the Volta region, I know Miriam was around helping the people. She doesn't even want any camera or any phone around. She just wants to go out, help. Yeah.
That is it.
And I realized that
she wants to do everything. She doesn't want to be in there. I think I've never seen any beauty queen that is like Miriam. She'll work so hard. She'll do everything she has to do, but she doesn't want it out there.
Yes.
She's like, if she's helping somebody, she's just helping the person because she wants to help the person. She doesn't want to help you and put you in the news, or like she doesn't want to go and like do a photo shoot just because she's giving a few people a few things and all of that. So like, shout outs to her. Not everybody can do that though.
How are you able to predict sometimes those who win? Because I've been following your status and everything. You know, when it comes to this beauty thing, you are the one who actually got me interested in it to a certain degree. I watched your status and you are talking about Miss something universe, Miss Crystal something someone. I'm like, Venunye, what are you even saying? From day one, the people you predict, top 3 winners, and it's always hits. If you magician talk, so that we will start picking some stocks.
I think when it comes to pageants, there are certain things that you would see. One, pageant is about your platform. Your platform has to do with what you are bringing onto the brand. Like, what kind of projects do you want to do? What kind of message do you have for the people? So your platform is number one. Then, how relatable are you? When people look at you, do they see themselves in you? Or do they see just like some girl that is trying to look like she's better off than everybody and all of that? So, how relatable you are, how real you are. Because most girls come into pageants and then they start faking it. They start faking it right from the beginning, and we can see through you. If you are fake, if you are real, I will know. A lot of people who have the niche for it will also know. So that is how it has been. So it takes a lot of things to actually get to know who could be a potential winner of a pageant. Normally, people feel like, oh, tomorrow is the finale. So they buy tickets, they come to the finale. Then they watch the finale. The average time that a pageant contestant can perform in a pageant finale, if you put all of it together, maybe it will be like 10 minutes. Because you come to do your intro. Your introduction takes like 30 seconds. You come to give like a short speech. It takes like 1 minute. So that's 1 minute, 30 seconds. You come to do talent for 5 minutes. That's like 6 minutes, 30 seconds. You come back, you do catwalk for like 30 seconds, you are off. That's like 7 minutes. Then you come to do your maybe top 10 question and answer. That's like 30 seconds. Then you come back to do maybe your main speech. That's like a minute. Then you do your final Q&A. So when you put all of that together, it's at least 10 minutes or like maximum like 15 minutes. And then pageant starts, for example, for like 2 months earlier or 3 months earlier. So ask yourself that whatever happens during the pageant 3 months earlier, and then you are trying to compare a total of like 15 minutes performance and make it superior to whatever happens prior to the grand finale. So that is where some people don't get things right, because girls come to me. I've always been saying this, that most of the girls that come on my platform, if I show them to the world in their raw state, nobody would even want to come around them. But then I make sure that nobody sees these girls in their raw states. We cook them. We don't cook them in pots. We are not witches. But then we prepare them. Some of these girls, as soon as the final selection is done, the next day, all the girls are supposed to submit topics about projects they want to work on. Then we start working on their speeches. Then you are supposed to write your speech. You send it to me. I'll read through. I have a great team. Then the team will now look through your speech. They'll try to make your speech relatable to you. So you should have like a personal story that you can relate to whatever project that you are doing. Then every day, constantly for 2 months or more, every evening, you are supposed to send me a voice note talking about your project, talking about your speech from the beginning to the end, from the end to the beginning, from the middle to the end, then to the middle to the beginning. So whichever way I flip the question, you should be able to talk about it. So we do this for so long that the girls get used to it. And then whilst we are behind closed doors and then we are doing all of these preparations, I am the one who can tell that, oh, Delegate A just got everything hands down on first attempt. But Delegate B might take like 2 weeks to get the same proficiency that Delegate A has. So that is how these things are. So sometimes we get to the grand finale and then you see that maybe somebody's performance is looking like that person is the star of the night. But then at the end of the day, that person doesn't carry the ultimate crown. Then, as usual, we are in people start talking, people start like saying a lot of things. Because I remember,
it's everywhere. It's
let's since this one is about visiting Volta, let's relate it to. Because I know a lot of people watching were part of the people that once chastised and bashed me for the kind of people that I crowned as my top 3. And normally they'll criticize you when you crown the people. But then when these people start achieving great feats in life, then they will be like, oh, okay, so you saw this when we didn't see it. You saw this when we couldn't see it. So that's the most important thing. The whole goal is for me to be able to identify qualities that nobody else would be able to identify.
Why projects? Why projects for beauty pageants? Okay, all their intro speech, you hear them saying, my goal is to do this. Why projects? Yeah, I'm supposed to come and show a sweet face and come and go. What is projects?
So the projects are basically their way of giving back to society. So on Face of Volta like this, we do what we call the Beauty with a Heart project. Yeah. So the Beauty with a Heart project is like a charity project. And then we look at continuity. Because of continuity, we do our projects at specific places. So right now, if you go to Mafi Chechekpo, the Mafi Chechekpo Basic School, from season 1, the season 1 winners, they did their projects there. Later on, season 2, we still went back there. Later on, we still went back there. So we go today, maybe we give out like 100 uniforms. Next time we go, we give out like 2,000 exercise books. Another time we go, we are giving out like 200 school bags. Then we are giving out shoes. We are giving out, there was even one girl that we met one time. We call her Bibi because we don't want to put her name out there. But then among us, we call her Bibi. So I think the girl was very young when she had an injection in her thigh, and then they took her home. Her legs started getting like a kind of some rot, and eventually the leg fell off. So she has only one leg, and the other leg.
Yeah, I remember that thing. I remember that project. Yes,
so
yes.
We went to her school. We realized that she was using some wooden crutches. It was so hard under her armpit. Everywhere was sore, and we didn't know what to do. It was like a heartbreaking moment. So we had to come call on people, and we were able to get a wheelchair, get a comfortable crutches and all of that. And we went back there. We saw students wearing uniforms that looked like rags. People wear uniforms that look like rags. People don't have exercise books. People carry like school bags that I don't even know. I don't even know whether to call it school bag or not. So once in a while when you go back there and then you have school uniforms, so those who don't have uniforms, we are giving them new uniforms. Those who don't have school bags, we are giving them bags. Those who need books, we are giving them books. All of these things, and then at the end of the day, you see that all the students level up. Because we don't say, oh, because your uniform is bad, we are giving you uniform, we are giving you bag, we are giving you shoe. Maybe your uniform is bad, but your shoe is okay. Somebody's uniform is okay, but the shoe is terrible. So we just do all these things to balance out, so everybody is on the same level, kind of. And then it's only through projects that we are able to do these things. We did My Smile, My Everything. We did some pad donation. My Smile, My Everything was all about like oral hygiene. So we distributed, I think, about 500 toothpastes with toothbrushes to 500 different children in the whole West. No, that was in the whole municipal district. We went to Mache, we went to Hue, and then we did those things. So projects is how some of these things come about. If we take it out, it means you are just a beauty queen. Will you only wear your crown and wear your sash? What is your impact? At the end of the day, when they say, oh, this beauty queen is passing by, what will the kids say? What will they have to do? Today, if you mention Face of Volta Pageant, if you go to Mafi Chechekpo, you mention Face of Volta Pageant, I'm sure all the students there will tell you what the winners of this pageant have been able to do for them. And then I'm not sure it's something that they'll forget anytime soon. So that is how important these projects can be to the pageant platforms. Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a long conversation, so I'm trying hard to push it really quickly so we get to the meat of it.
Okay.
I observed something. So some of the ladies who came to participate in your beauty pageant, I knew some of them personally. Some of them, even their first pictures they are supposed to submit, they came to take them in my studio. So I knew them quite well. I did several projects with them. And I knew their, would I say their level or something? But I knew them to a certain degree.
Yeah.
After the beauty pageant, they didn't win. They were not even in the top 5 or something. Yeah. But after the pageants, you realize actually their level of thinking and the way they handle issues in life was far different. And I realized that the beauty is not just about winning. What is it? What do you do? What magic do you do at the camp? So that even those who don't win, they come out differently, like far differently.
So when we get to camp, the first thing we do, even before we get to camp, the first thing we do with all the girls is we make sure that they realize who they are. You are supposed to realize who you are. You are supposed to know that. No, like there is this a quote. They say, "Man, know thyself." Know thyself. You have to know who you are, because until you know who you are, you don't know your potentials. You don't know how far you can go. You don't know how far you can push yourself. You don't know the limits to which you can sustain or break. So once we get to camp, these are some of the things that we try to find out, and then you realize that most of these girls have a lot of potentials that they don't even know about.
Themselves. Yes.
People can sing, they don't know. People can rap, they don't know. People can dance, they don't know. And then people are very good speakers, they don't know. And then you start camp and you realize that some of the girls become like speech writers for other girls. Some of the girls will be able to coach other girls to like do certain things, and then like they might even coach them better than you would want to take those people through. So by the time that camp is over, what it is that all these girls realize about themselves is that they realize, this is who I am, this is how powerful I can be, this is what my voice can command, and then this is who I can be if I push myself. So when you come back, and then there is one thing I always tell the girls, that you can't leave this pageant and go back and still be behaving like you were before you came into the pageant, because society will ask that question. So what did you now learn from the platform that you went to partake in? Yeah. So it's something that is quite normal. The girls grow. We also try as much as possible to explain to them that the fact that you are on this pageant platform doesn't mean you are better than the people that you are going out there to meet. And then one thing too I remember I always tell the girls is that if you are a lady and then you are so proud, you don't greet anybody, you don't talk to anybody, you don't respond to anybody's message, you don't answer people in your DM, you are always a loner, then all of a sudden you enter a pageant, you need people to support you, then you now want to send out a broadcast message. Nobody will mind you. So you have to be someone who is part of the society. You should be able to contribute to people as much as you would expect people to contribute to you. So you put all these things on the table, you put the cards on the table, and then the girls would identify where they are lagging behind and then where they have their strong holds. And then at the end of the day, they find a balance.
From what I can understand, it means that what happens on stage when we are seeing the grand finale, okay, this person came to perform, the person did well, and this person didn't do well, how did they win? You are saying that the performance matters on the final day, but there's so much more that happens behind the scenes. Yeah. My question is this: what do you think is the percentage? What percentage do you think the performance on the D-Day affect the final results?
This one is a tricky question.
Okay.
But then I'll say for my platform, for my personal platform, I would say that whatever happens before the grand finale is equally as important as whatever happens on the grand finale night. At the Face of Volta camp, once the girls show up to camp, we have...
No, I wouldn't like it to be using Face of Volta. We've rebranded, which we'll talk about. But use the new name now. Yes, get that going.
So, so at a Miss Safari Ghana pageant camp, what will happen is that once the girls show up to camp, there'll be series of judging activities. So we bring individuals who are experts from outside camp into camp. So they come to camp, they spend the whole day with the girls. And then they have individual sessions with the girls, they have group sessions with the girls. We could do about 4 or 5 of these individuals on different days. Then we also visit sponsors. You visit sponsors, sponsors have interactions with the girls, both individual and then group interactions. So the most important thing here, or the key thing here, is that at the end of every interaction, everybody that has like interactions with the girls is supposed to give you the best 5 girls from their point of view. But then what also happens is that always somebody is always in their top 3. One particular person is always in their top 3. Like that person is always being either ranked first or second. There are instances where the person is ranked first in everybody's. So grand finale is just a moment where you get to maybe test the girls. Okay, if I take this person out and they ask her a question under pressure, can she be able to just flow freely and all of that? Because a lot of things happen. Grand finale tensions are high. People are out there. Some people will be making fun of you, making funny faces at you and all of that. But you have to pull through. And you have to think on your feet and still answer like you are expected to when you are free. But then there is always pre-judging before every pageant grand finale. So at the pre-judging, you walk in, you meet like at least 5 judges.
Jeez.
If it is on my platform.
Wait, grand finale, we have 3 judges. But pre-judging is 5.
Pre-judging is 5.
You are wicked.
Pre-judging is 5 because we want to see everybody's like viewpoint.
Okay.
So that's pre-judging. They'll ask you questions. You have time. We interview you. We get to, recently when Miss Universe ended, and then Chidima Adechina of Nigeria was first runner-up and Denmark was a winner, and a lot of people didn't understand why Denmark actually won the crown and all of that. But then if you go back to read about Miss Denmark, you realize that she was from a family that had issues. Her family had some history of drug, like addiction, and then she went through all of that, and she was still able to rise above everything. Then we have the Miss Nigeria, who was part of Miss SA. Then they didn't want her there. She had to leave. Nigerians are like, okay, you are one of us, come back home. She goes there, she wins. Still, people hate on her because they don't understand why. They feel like it was just a pity crowning and all of that. So sometimes your personal stories will also play a role. Because at the end of the day, if maybe somebody is an orphan, maybe she struggled to go through school, and then at the end of the day, she's now in medical school, and she's in your pageant, and then she wins. It's going to be different from
a DB.
They say some dada B. you get the thing.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, not to say that those things are like markers for picking winners, but sometimes your story is part of
that.
Because I remember sometime back 2013, FKBD would remember this when we were on
FK, Uncle FK.
when we were on X Factor. When we got to a particular level of the show, production managers will constantly keep telling us, at this level, your talent doesn't matter. It is your story. Because everybody here is talented. So they want your story. So the story is what they will sell. Because it's a story that gets people to follow you and then all of that. So that's how it is.
Okay, so let's jump into your first beauty pageant, the first one that you were, let's say, a part of, and then the first time you actually organized yourself, where you realized that, okay, look, let me carry this whole building on my head. Because this is going to be a whole lot, from start all the way to Miss World and back to where we are now.
Well,
so
I don't know if I'll remember everything, but I remember personally when I went to college in 2008. They were doing Mr. and Miss Akwaba.
they said they were doing.
They were.
Because
but as at then I was not interested.
Okay.
I was not interested. Then every house was supposed to submit a name of somebody that will represent them. Then my hall, nobody wanted to volunteer. We went to lunch one day, they were mentioning names, they mentioned my name. Then we came back to the hall, I was like, hey, what is going on? So apparently, the ladies in the hall had made their decision that I was going to represent them. And they added a warning that if I don't win, they will constantly punish me to the end of the semester.
Oh, you're dead.
So in 2008, I did like the college thing and I won. Obviously, if I don't win, if I don't win, then
so you are pageant winner yourself.
Yeah, so I won that one. Then after that, I think 2011, I had the opportunity to work with Selassie Port. So we had a long conversation. It was me, my other friend, then Selassie. We were talking about certain things we could do in the region to bring attention, like promote tourism and all that. So I remember we discussed a music award, and then he did the very first edition of the Volta Music Awards.
Oh, so that's where it came from.
Yeah. Then after that, we spoke about doing a pageant. Then we came up with Miss Prospect Volta. So we did Miss Prospect Volta, I think either in 2011 or 2012. One of those years. I'm not so sure. But then we did Miss Prospect Volta. Then after Miss Prospect Volta, I worked on some other pageants. There was one time we went to Miss Kente at Agotime, and then there was one other friend of ours. He would take the pageant as a coach, then he would leave it to me and my friends to do the work. So he would call us, he would tell us that he's sick. And then normally he'll be like, Venunye, I passed out. He's always passing out. He can tell you that he was driving and he passed out. If Precious Tenge is watching this right now, Precious, you know who we are talking about. So
a person will not be named.
A person will not be named, but those who know the person know the person. So all these things, like it was like levels upon levels upon levels. And each time somebody puts me in charge of their pageant, I always made notes. I took a lot of notes. I noted down things that we did right, things that we didn't do so right, things that nearly made things go bad, things that made people extremely excited, and all of that. And then one of the flaws I realized on most pageants that I worked on was that after crowning, it ends there. Like they crown the winner, they give the winner maybe a box of toilet roll, and that is the end. Or they give the winner like a carton of sardine, that is the end. But at the end of the day, when you finish using what you are being given, what is your essence? What is your impact on society? So I was like, all those things needed to be checked. Then I think the big one, okay, there was Miss Sokode. Yeah, there was Miss Sokode. There was Miss Sokode, I think in 2019,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
yeah.
Somewhere there, 2019.
Yeah, there was Miss Sokode in 2019. So Miss Sokode came about in a very funny way. We did Miss Sostek, and then I had Memories and then Steven come over to assist me. They really, really helped throughout the whole thing. So when we finished doing the Miss Sostek, Steven was like, then I think we can do something else. Like maybe we can do like a pageant for the Sokode township against the festival and all of that. So Miss Sokode was never mine. it was not my idea. I was just invited.
Why are you stressing down?
No,
Why are you stressing
I want
it?
people to know. I want people to know because a lot of people don't know that Miss Sokode was Steven's idea. Miss Sokode was Steven's idea. Like Steven came up with the whole idea.
What
He's now doing Volta DJs.
Yes, Volta DJ Award.
Yeah,
Steven.
Malpasi, SKMC. I think that's
SK,
that's the name now. SKMC. So Miss Sokode was his idea. But then I had to come on board. And then I remember one thing I told them was that I cannot do substandard. So we are either going high class or we are not doing anything at all. So we started. Then things went the way they went. A lot of people saw and heard about Miss Sokode. Even though we had a lot of challenges, sabotage, people from Sokode. Okay, not all people. Some people from Sokode, a very small group of people from Sokode, had issues with the whole thing because it felt like I'm not from Sokode, Steven is not from there, Memories is not from there. Like, how dare you? How dare you come to our town and want to organize a pageant and blah, 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 blah. So a lot of things happened. But at the end of the day, the pageant was successful. Then after Miss Sokode, I kind of like partnered with EL Promotions to do Miss Hygiene Ghana. So I think the top 3 from Miss Sokode was taken to Miss Hygiene Ghana. Yeah. And then we did Miss Hygiene Ghana at the latter part of 2019. Then in 2020...
No, hold on. Miss Hygiene Ghana. Was it held in the Volta region?
It was held in Accra.
In Accra?
Yeah, we had a grand finale at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly behind the hall, the car park. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Car park.
It was supposed to be in the hall. And then somebody booked the hall. They didn't close early. They closed around 6 and you have to start setup. And so at the end of the day, they were like, okay, we should use the car park. But I think at the end of the day, it was one of the most beautiful setups that we have ever done in pageants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was Miss Hygiene Ghana.
So that was Miss Hygiene Ghana.
So you took the top 3 from Miss Sokode
and took them to Miss Hygiene. Then Selom, I think Selom was the second runner-up on Miss Sokode. I think Nunana was the first runner-up, and then Stella was the ultimate winner. But Selom made it to the top 4 of Miss Hygiene Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah. So it only goes to show that you might win at a level, but at another level, somebody might just beat you. It's always about how ready you are, being ready and meeting opportunities and all of that.
I keep saying this thing about beauty pageants. You, one way or the other, have some interaction or collaboration with some other beauty pageants out there. So your winners here, top 3, automatically qualifies to be part of another beauty pageant somewhere. And I realize it keeps going on and on and on and on. Okay. So that was Miss Hygiene Ghana.
Yeah.
From there, you mentioned another. So from there, where did you from there?
From there, I wanted to do my own pageant. So I remember I spoke to a group of friends. I was like, okay, we've been doing this. It doesn't seem like it is working the way it's supposed to work. So why don't we do things in a particular way? I remember I even told one of the people, okay, I think it was even 2 or more of them, that let's travel, let's go visit towns when they are having their festivals, so we can take every festival winner and their runners up. So at the end of the day, we put all of them together and then have like a grand pageant for all festival winners. Then we see who is who.
Yeah.
But then, when you start selling your vision, not everybody would buy into it because people will see your goals as unachievable. Some will see them as unreasonable and all of that. I tried for a while and I had to tell myself that this is your dream. This is not their dream. So I had to step back. Then I brought Face of Volta on board. When the flyers came out first, I think only 5 people registered. And then it was not going the way I was thinking. So I gave up. I was like, I was not going to do again. Then a very good friend of mine, Elom in Tem. Yeah. She was, she was Miss Tourism Ghana 2018. Then she called. She was like, Ven, you said you were going to do pageant. And I started complaining. Oh, nah, the thing is not working. I'm trying, it's not working and all of that. And then she gave me every reason not to give up. So after that call, I went back and then we did a new flyer for Face of Volta. And then we shot a video. I remember I used to shoot the video at Chance's Hotel. Yeah, we shot the video at Chance's Hotel. And then
that they ran about with the white car.
Bam.
I saw it.
Then we shot the video. Then the video came out. Then I released a link so people could register online. Registration was supposed to be 100 cities. After 2 weeks, 50 people had registered.
Sir?
But nobody has paid
the 100 cities.
The 100 cities. I was now like, should I go chasing these 100 cities or should I just allow things to be? Then later on, a couple of people still registered. So I think for season 1, we had a total registration close to 100.
Wow.
But then I had to sit down because if you see our application form, a part of it says, tell me about yourself in 500 words. And I tell you,
is it English grammar? Oh, Master.
Exactly.
We are not in class here. We are not in senior high school here.
I mark these essays like I mark students' essays.
Oh.
I will mark your grammar, I will mark your sentence construction, I will mark everything. Then you are supposed to submit an intro video. There are certain questions there in the questionnaire that you are supposed to answer. So I sit down and I go through all the 100 forms and then I pick the best 50. Then the best 50, I think we still went ahead to call the girls on phone. Like phone interview. Yeah. I'll call you, we'll ask you questions and all of that until we narrowed the number down to 30. Then we invited the 30 people to a face-to-face audition. So we had that at the KK House, Club Fidel. Yeah. So the people came, and then before they came, we had our perceptions about most of the girls. We were like, oh, this person is good, this person is okay, this person looks... But then the girls arrived and everything changed because people that you were thinking were so good didn't appear to be so great, and people that you were thinking were not so good appeared to be like different people altogether. So that is how the whole Face of Volta idea came about. Then we had season 1, then we had season 2.
What's the experience like for season 1?
Season 1 was stressful and it was fun. I think it was my best season. Not to make any other season jealous, but I think like the girls from season 1, we had some special kind of bond. Yeah. Most of them are now like my friends.
I think Becky was part of season 1.
Yeah, Becky was part of season
1. Hi, Bex.
Becky was part of season 1. So like a few of them are still always around. Those who want to be around me, after me, I'm a people person. Yeah. Unless you don't come around, then you think I'm not there for you. But I'm there for everybody.
Let's jump to season 2. I believe that was when I was actually a little bit involved.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Gosh, before we talk about season 2, tell me about that tall one.
Akofa Daniela.
Oh gosh, she's mean. She's beautifully mean. And, no, mean in a good way. Don't freak out. I like you. Don't beat me down. She's, gosh, like I just like her personality. She's like, I want to crown myself. Like, wait, what? Tell me about her just a little bit.
I think Akofa Daniela is one of the realest people.
Yes, I know. She's crazy real. So the realest people I've also come across. She's one of them, and then FK Betty. Oh boy, FK is a crazy human being. FK is not correct. FK make it no more, but he's so real. Tell me about Akofa Daniela.
So like I said, Akofa is one of the realest people. Actually, Akofa is somebody that if I'm not there and she's there, I'm sure that whatever I want will be done the way I would have done it if I was there.
Okay.
Yeah, that is who she is. Like, she will not tolerate laziness. She will not take complacency. She would make sure that you do the right thing You do it when you have to do it, and you do it because you have to do it. Yeah, that's who she is.
Wow. Okay, so a little deeper into season 2 because a lot happened in season 2. Like season 2 was awesome. Okay, so season 2, I think everything went well. Grand finale. There was a little mishap. Was it a Steve Harvey moment or what?
There was a little glitch.
Uh-huh.
I remember I went to Belinda. I went to whisper into her ears, Belinda, please pay attention to the results so you don't make a mistake. And I left, and immediately she mentioned the first runner-up as the winner. So I think lesson number 1, never go to your MC to tell your MC not to make a mistake, because I think like you just change their psychological moods or whatever it's called. I'm not a science person, I don't know. So I think I got her confused by trying to tell her to be careful, because she was doing perfect until I went to tell her to be careful. Yeah. So that was, so she mistakenly mentioned the first runner-up as the winner, but then quickly I had to.
This was almost late.
Yeah, I had to come in and explain and show the people the results as presented by the judges, and I just thank God it didn't bring other issues.
Venunye said, I will not allow one to take anybody's glory.
Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said.
So how did you sail through that storm? Because I knew, I was scared. I was really worried. Like, hey, Venunye is dead. Because I was expecting a lot to happen online. And people who disagree, the bloggers who write. Like, I was just worried. I didn't follow up to see what actually happened. But how
funny enough,
how did you sail through it?
Nobody even talked about it. I think people just know that we can't make mistakes. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Season 2. So that was season 2.
Yeah.
From there, where did you go on from season 2?
From season 2, season 2 was in 2021. In 2022, I didn't have like a pageant, because in 2022, a lot happened in my life. So I was not able to mentally and then emotionally balance all the trauma that I was going through. And I woke up one day and I wanted somebody I could actually appoint. And then I was like eager to make an appointment, because I remember on season 1, they were like, hey, when Jijo won Face of Volta, a lot of people were like, hey, Jijo didn't have the highest vote. Why did she win? And they made the girls vote, and then somebody who didn't have the highest vote won. Then season 2, when Scholastica won, she was the best performing delegate, and she also had the highest vote. Then they now said, oh, we sold the crown to the highest bidder, and in what pageant crowns the person with the highest vote, and blah, blah. So I was like, okay, let me appoint a winner so that we see what you will say this time. So I remember Blandina was from season 1. She was part of the top 30. But then she had to withdraw because something happened, like she was going through some phase in her life and she had to withdraw. But I remember Blandina did something when she was a contestant of Face of Volta that I promised her that I was never going to tell her what she did. But that thing that she did, like, proved to me that she's a good person, she's an honest person, and then she's somebody that I could trust.
What did she do? You are not telling her, you are just telling us, tell us quiet.
If I tell you and she watches the interview, it means because I don't want to tell her because I don't want her to become conscious of that. She wasn't conscious of whatever she did when she did it. But then whatever she did just proved that she was like a very honest person.
No, so that
so
will,
for her
that
honesty,
no, so that one, no, talking about it now will make everyone know that okay, these are qualities we are looking for that we should all emulate. So don't hide it. Like come on, bring it out so that she would set more for her direct.
No, this is no way. No. I said I was not going to tell her.
It's a good platform for us to learn.
Okay, so
not just us.
So this is what actually happened. during the season 1 of the Face of Volta, you at the end of the day, I was under duress. So during the season 1 of Face of Volta, there were these fundraising coupons that the girls had. So they were supposed to go out there, raise funds. And then the funds were specifically meant for the projects that the winners would do after the pageant. So everybody took theirs and then they left. So I think Blandina took her own copies too, and then she had to withdraw. So after withdrawing, everything just went on. The pageant went on. I think the pageant was even over or somewhere close to where the pageant will end. Then she called me. She wanted to see me. She was coming to Ho. Where could she see me? I was like, okay. So we met. And then the coupons that we gave to her, she made photocopies of it. She shared it to her friends and all of that. So people raised money. She had withdrawn from the pageant. She could have
she's
kept
not obligated.
the money. She's not obligated to like come and say, oh, this is how much I raised from the coupons. But she brought the money back. She was like, the money is for the project. The money is for the organization. And since she raised the money in the name of the organization, here is the money. And she submitted it. And I sat down, I thought about it, I was like, God. Because some of the contestants that were in the competitions, people took money, they divided it by 12, and they submitted 2, and all of that.
You knew all of it and kept it to yourself.
And then I just kept quiet, because I remember someone at the Home Municipal Assembly told me, oh, I even supported this person's project with this amount. Then the person is coming to you with like 1/10 of the amount that, and all of those things. And one thing though about pageants is that once you start posting the girls, people will tell you things. It's human nature. People will be like, hey, this girl, this. So that's how I get to know those who fight people in the market, those who talk a lot, those who cannot do teamwork and all of those things. So that was how it happened. So I looked back, I was looking for who to appoint. Then I called Blandina. And I was like, Blandy, what if I want you to be Face of Volta for 2022? And she was asking me if it was a prank or something. So I told her to think about it. Then I called her later. Then I remember we met. Then we did her official photo shoot. I think until the moment we put the sash and the crown on her, she didn't actually believe that I really wanted to. And then Blandina took Face of Volta to like a different level. Because all of Blandina's reign was in Accra. Every other person was just in Ho. Blandy was in Accra. Blandy was everywhere. Every event in Accra. She was here, she was there, and she really, really, really did well. So Blandina was the third Face of Volta. Then after that, we had a show, and then we had a winner. And after some few months, she wrote a letter to us that for personal reasons she wanted to withdraw because family members were comparing Face of Volta to other brands in Accra. So somebody would be like, hey, don't you see how brand A does their things, brand B does their things, and all of those things. But then this is a regional pageant.
We're in the Volta region. The west part of the world and the west part of the west country, the world. Like
this is a regional pageant. And then I think for a regional pageant, we do better than most of the national pageants. I'm saying this with my full chest because I've had girls win national pageants. I've seen what national pageants can do for people. And then I can proudly say that we do better than most of these national pageants when it comes to branding and all of those things. Because imagine you have a beautiful queen and then you don't brand her in the right attire or the right outfit. How does she command the kind of attention that you wanted to command and all of that?
You crown your queen and they're left on their own. Go and do your own project. Go and get your own outfits for these shoots. I witnessed some of it, so that's how I'm able to talk to about some of these things a little. So when did Miss Global Africa come in?
Miss Global Africa came in 2021. Yeah, Miss Global Africa came in.
So who presented?
Miss Global Africa was Clarita. Clarita was like the fourth runner-up on Face of Volta season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah, that's like she was in the top 5, but she didn't win. But then when we were looking for someone to take out there, I remember very well that when she was on Face of Volta, she did a lot and like she had a lot of potential. But then as at the grand finale day, she wasn't ready. So I sat down and asked myself, what if I prepare her? Will she be ready? I crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's, and I realized that, okay, if I work on her, she'll. So I approached her and I told her, and then she was willing to go.
No, hold on. You're telling me there's another beauty pageant that was coming up, that's the Miss Global Africa. You didn't call your winner, you didn't call your first runner up, your second runner up, your third runner up, or whatever it is. You called the fourth person.
Yeah.
Knowing that, number one, from the beginning, she wasn't ready to win the ultimate prize for Miss Sapphire Ghana, MSG, at the time. But now you felt she was ready for a bigger platform, so you called her to cook her up for that.
Yeah.
How are you able to have your plans have backups and your backups have backups and triple back? How are you able to? I'm not able to calculate it in my head because that's like 5 layers down.
It's basically about every platform and then what they are expecting. Every pageant platform and what they expect. So if you take somebody that is, let's say, a GMB material to Miss Malaika, she will not win. If you bring a Miss Malaika material to Miss Ghana, she will not win. If you take a Miss Ghana material to Miss Grand Ghana, she will not win. If you take a Miss Grand Ghana material to Miss Tourism Ghana, she will not win.
Wait. I know you have still a little more to say. You're saying you know your ladies, their potential, their limitations,
yes.
And you've basically studied all the beauty pageants around.
So I know
what they want.
I know what they want.
And
I
where
know where
your
you
people
will
can
fall,
fit.
and I know where your goals will blend in with their goals, because that's the only way you can win on that platform.
I was telling you she's a queen maker. You see the calculation going through her head. The only calculation I can do like this is IT. This one, I can't think close. Okay, so that was Miss Global Africa.
Yeah.
Were there any specific things? How did that go? What was her performance and everything?
As for her performance, it was great. But then I think Miss Global Africa, the journey to Miss Global Africa was a very traumatic one. Because
For who? For you or
for
her?
me, it was very traumatic for me. I don't know about her, because this is someone that was in my pageant and then she didn't win, and then I'm trying to like make up for maybe her disappointment and all of that. And remember, this is an African platform, so it's bigger than Face of Volta back then. So if you win on this platform, it puts you like, let's say, 50 steps ahead of whoever won Face of Volta. But then I had some, how do I even go about this? I went through hell with her family, especially her dad, her sister. Like it was terrible. I remember I was at work one day and then I got a call from the police headquarters. They called me from the...
Wait, call from where?
The police headquarters. So apparently the girl's father went to report me to the anti-child trafficking unit. That I'm trying to kidnap her daughter and take her to Nigeria. Then the father took me to BNI. And it was a whole lot. It was a whole lot of issues. Because as at then, we had Africa World Airlines sponsoring the trip to the pageants and all of that. So I remember the first day, the tickets they gave us for the first day's travel, we missed the flight. We missed the flight because we spent the whole day at the police headquarters, because her father was just trouble and a whole lot of issues. And at the end of the day, I almost gave up because I didn't know what I was going to benefit from it. But then, I don't know. They know what they did. The father knows what they did, and then the sister knows what they did. All the plans they had. There was a point that the sister had plans with other people to kidnap her sister when we get out of Ghana. And It's a whole lot.
My Volta wine is even finished. I'm drunk to death, but my Volta wine is finished. ECG, thanks for nothing.
It's a whole lot. So I think it was just pure, like, feeling disgust from the fact that they didn't win the Face of Volta pageant.
But this is a bigger platform.
And you know, something happened after the Face of Volta season 1 that I never talked about anywhere. Because, you know, all of these things, people don't win pageant, then they're talking. So I remember there was this particular person that the person's parent was like, if we move the car tonight, the winner's car, if we move the car tonight, like, we'll be in an accident and then we'll die and a lot of things. And so that day, God being so good, when we finished the show and we're trying to start the car, the winner's car, it didn't start. The winner's car didn't start. So I asked a good friend of mine to take the girls to the hotel where they were lodging. And then when he went, he was coming back, there was like an accident.
I'm bringing the empty glass.
But then I just thank God so much that nothing happened to my friend. So after my first major show, and then the car I was even using to transport the ladies was not mine. It was for my landlord back then. So my landlord was like, okay, I believe in your dreams. So, okay, this is my car. Like, use it for your rounds and all of that. So after the show, there was the accident, and then, like, I became traumatized and depressed and all of that. So I started locking myself in my room. I'll just be in my room. I'll not talk to anybody. And because a lot of people didn't know that I went through this immediately after the pageant. A lot of people came with the conclusion that, you finished your pageant, you've made money, so now you think you're a big boy and you are not on our level and all sorts of all those things. And then there were also other issues, like something as little as maybe a designer makes a dress for you, you are supposed to give them photos, and then someone took the photos don't get to you on time, so like the person concludes that you have not gone according to the agreements you had. It really caused a lot of chaos. But then,
Charlie, nothing easy for this life.
That's just how. So it wasn't easy. Miss Global Africa wasn't easy, but at the end of the day, we still went, and then the delegate that we sent there was third out of 35 countries.
Oh, Charlie! Out of 35 countries across Africa.
So I think the main reason she didn't win was because when they were taking me to the police station and all of that, the organization had to come in. Because I remember one day at the police headquarters, they had to call the organizers of the pageant. The police had to like interrogate them as if they were criminals and all of that. So when we got there, the constant question they kept asking was that if the girl's parents are behaving like this, then what if she wins and then they want her to come back to the country to do something else? So I think her not winning the ultimate crown was 90% because of the behavior of her own people. So that's how.
Jeez.
But you know, all those things, they come around, and then you deal with them and you move on.
Yeah, those are solid. Those are some very solid experiences.
Yeah, but who would have known?
Yeah. Okay, there's this thing I keep observing. You have details about every single thing. So from day one, auditions goes out, this happened. I realize you have micro details about every single thing. Okay, after the winners are done, they need to go. You camp them for a number of days. The next day, they do something. The next day, they do something. Like, how are you able to, how does your brain work? How are you able to do all that?
I think I'm someone who plans ahead a lot. Like right now, the Face of Volta has rebranded to Miss Sapphire Ghana. So if we have a Miss Sapphire Ghana season today, that's going to be like the first edition of Miss Sapphire Ghana, because we cannot continue Miss Sapphire Ghana as a continuation of Face of Volta. It's a whole new pageant, it's a whole new platform. But then we've not even put out like a call for entries. But in my head, I have planned how everything is supposed to go.
Step 1 to 5,000.
Once you plan ahead, you are able to. So this is what I do. I'll come up with ideas, then I'll come up with problems that those ideas will generate, then I'll solve them. Then those solutions, I'll make them generate other problems, then I solve them. So I go into my mind, I go into every worst case scenario, and then I try to get backup plans for every single thing. So when we get on the field, in our thoughts, we have imagined that this could go this way and then we'll do it this way. So when it happens, we'll just laugh. The whole team will just look into each other's eyes and then we'll laugh. We'll laugh because we thought about this and then it is happening and then we have plans for it. That's how it basically.
When was Miss Classic? Was it Miss Classic? Classic
Queen International. Classic Queen International happened at the same time that we were having season 2 of Face of Volta. So the winner of
So you're managing both?
Yeah, it was kind of. So the funny thing that happened was that because we had a lot of issues working on Miss Global Africa, we didn't get enough people to come support when it was time for Miss Classic Queen International. So like the rep that went out on that platform didn't enjoy some of the luxuries that the person who went for Miss Global Africa did. But then the most important thing was that she also went out there, I think over 30 countries, and she was first runner-up.
Charlie.
She was first runner-up.
Out of 30 countries?
Yeah.
First runner-up.
Yeah, she was first runner-up. And then at the end of the day, we even realized that she should have been the main winner. She should have been the main winner. But you know, pageant is pageant. Whatever happens, happens. There is nothing you can do about it.
So this lady was one of the ladies from your previous pageant?
She was a winner. The ultimate winner from season 1.
Oh, okay, okay.
Volta, yeah.
So she went to the Classic Queen International.
Queen International, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do Miss Tourism.
No, I think before Miss Tourism, there was Miss International Heritage. Miss International Heritage.
Miss International Heritage.
Yeah. There was Miss
Where?
International Heritage. So what happened? Miss International Heritage was supposed to hold in Nepal. But then
Which Nepal? Nepal?
the Nepal.
The Nepal.
Yeah.
Hey, Venunye, you go international right now. Our dream country, so you are going there, so.
So Blandina actually represented Ghana on Miss International Heritage. And then she was like the first runner-up.
Wait. Blandina, one of your ladies, represented the entire nation Ghana at that pageant.
Yeah. And she was the second place, first runner-up.
First runner-up.
Yeah. So it was from there that I was like, okay, Blandi, you have to go to a different international pageant. And then this different international pageant, Miss Tourism Ghana has the franchise to that pageant. So you have to pass through Miss Tourism Ghana to be able to go there. Oh, so that is how come she went on Miss Tourism Ghana. And then she worked hard. I can tell you that she worked really, really, really hard. And she was able to win Miss Tourism Ghana 2022.
So she won Miss Tourism Ghana and then went to the Miss Heritage something.
No, she went to Miss Heritage International when she was appointed as Face of Volta.
Okay. I'm getting it now.
So it was after that I was like, okay, you have to. And you see, most of the times, I have to sit the girls down and explain to them why you have to do this and why you have to do it at this particular time. Because sometimes they don't understand it. Yeah. So until they understand it, they will not work with you. So you have to make them understand it. So you both work on the same page.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's do Miss Universe. Do you have any interaction with Miss Universe? Oh, these goats,
The Maybe you should start serving goat pepper soup on your show. The closest I've gotten to Miss Universe was having a friend contest on the Miss Universe Ghana show, the last edition, the one that Engracia won. But then personally, I've not had like anybody from my camp go on Miss Universe. So yeah. But then in the future, if anybody is watching and the person can acquire the Miss Universe Ghana franchise and probably bring it so that we handle it. The person is
Ajerelo.
Man of bad crowd. You know what I can do, right?
Oh, Charlie. Even with your non-existent budget and non-existent connections and sponsorships.
I tell you.
Oh, I see.
I tell you.
Okay, let's do Miss Ghana. You see, Miss Ghana, we all grew up with Miss Ghana, and we know how Miss Ghana is. Miss Ghana is like top of the line. How did you even get your lady to even be a part of it? I'm not even talking about winning yet. They won though, but Miss Ghana, how did they even get there?
Miss Ghana is just one of the normal pageants that open.
Normal pageants. Oh, normal pageants. Okay.
No, let me rephrase. Miss Ghana is one of the oldest pageants in Ghana. So they open entries and then girls can apply. So at the time that we were applying for Miss Ghana, we didn't know anybody. We didn't know anybody anywhere. We didn't know anybody in the team. We didn't know anybody like it was kind of like the closest I got to Miss Ghana was that I had two friends who were ever contestants on Miss Ghana. One of them was like a second runner-up, and then Akofa Daniela was on Miss Ghana, I think 2015, either 2015 or 2016, one of those. Akofa was on Miss Ghana, and she won the Beauty with a Purpose title. So they can give you like a foresight. They can tell you the kind of things that the pageant organization is looking out for and all that. But then I think when when we finished Face of Volta season 1, the following morning, we woke up early in the morning. I had a meeting with the girls. Then Miriam came. Miriam came to me with like pen and paper, and she gave it to me. She was like, I should write on the paper everything that she did that made her not to win the ultimate crown at Face of Volta.
Whoa.
So I wrote everything. I gave it to her. Then she took the pen and she gave the paper to me. And she was like, it is my responsibility to make sure that all those things that she does or that she did that prevented her from winning the ultimate crown, she doesn't repeat them anywhere else again. So it became like a challenge. Yeah. Then later on, she sent me a flyer of some pageant she wanted to partake in. And I was like, no, Miriam, you are Miss World material. So she was like, Miss World material. Like, she just heard it like that. But then I just know what I saw in her. Because Miriam is all about service.
No, hold on. Let me catch you there. Very rude, but let me catch you. Someone who didn't win in season 1 brought you a list. You observed her strengths and everything. Wants to partake in another pageant, but you stopped her from doing that because she has higher potentials.
Yeah.
How did she take it?
No, she just had to understand that I know what might work for her. And I'm just glad that she understood that I knew what would work for her. Because if she had not, maybe we wouldn't have been where we are now. Yeah. So it's about trusting the process. Mostly.
Okay, let me rush through this quickly. How was... We won with Miss Ghana, like hands down, no questions asked. I remember you wrote some long posts like that to pepper all those who didn't believe in you and the dreams and everything. I saw that loud and clear. And all those things. It was like you even wrote it down before they announced the winner. How did you even know she was going to win? Because the moment, okay, and the winner is, and just press send. So before the announcement went, you almost, like, how did you even know that?
Because I know what I was working with.
Charlie, you cannot give us just a blanket answer.
No,
like
I knew what I was working with. We know what we had done. Miss Ghana was on for like 3 to 4 months. We were going, we were coming, there were moments, there were activities, there were tasks, a whole lot of things. And each time we go and we come back, we know whether we made an impact or we didn't make an impact. Yeah. So that is it. We just knew. And then there were these 2 other people that I was actually, even though like Mimi was my person, so I was like, Mimi would win. But then there was also that honest part of me.
Yes, the reality.
That was like, if Mimi doesn't win, this person could win. So those 2 other people were kind of like threats to us. Then they mentioned one of them as the second runner-up, and then they mentioned the other person as the first runner-up. So it was obvious.
Oh, that is where you knew.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was obvious. Because in the 3 front runners, if 2 of them are third and second, then it means the other person is,
Okay.
So that is how it was.
The Miss World journey, or Miss Ghana journey, that was it. A lot went in, I know. Charlie, let's talk Miss World. Fellow Ghanaians, tell us about Miss World and the experiences. I'll pretend I don't know anything about it.
You know, the Miss World experience is actually not my story to tell, because this is Miriam's journey. I think the best thing we have to do is to like pull her on to the next interview, and then she will give you details of the Miss World. But then all I can say about Miss World was that from 14th August 2022 till March 2024, when Miss World took place, it has been a roller coaster. There were difficult moments, there were giving up moments, there were crying moments, there were moments that everybody was frustrated. Yeah. I remember the time you came in, a lot of things that we had to do, all those things, like it was just so in a sum, I'll just say that preparing for Miss World is not a joke.
He's putting a blanket on all of it. Let me tell you my small experience. The small one, and according to him and everyone, it's like, oh, but girl, for you, they didn't even observe anything. I was just sitting in this studio, relaxing, doing my everyday things. Clean, Venunye called. Hey, where are you? I need to do me right now. Bring your drone along. We need some drone shots. Venunye, relax. What are you talking about? Before I could even know what was happening, within 30 minutes, I had to go buy a brand new phone to fly the drone, packed up, and like I was on my way to the dome. It was supposed to be like some 1-2 hour shoot. How many days did I spend there?
4 days.
I'm lucky I had a girlfriend who is crazy like me. I just like, oh, I'll be back soon, and I spent 4 days outside. Yeah. And the stress and the pressure, and I wish I went. And I was just a drone pilot too.
So you were supposed to stay for 1 day and you spent 4 days. I remember there was a time I went there for preparations. I was supposed to kind of like just be there for 3 days. I was there for 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
6 weeks. I was there for 6 weeks. And every single day something was happening.
Yeah.
Every single day something was happening. You were either shooting something, you were writing something, you were going somewhere, and it's not easy. And then there are official events in Accra. She has to travel, and there are things that she has to do for herself. She has to like meet people for fitting. Like you have to prepare her mentally for the journey, and it's not easy.
That was just the preparation for Miss World. Before she left Ghana here to India, right?
Yeah.
To India. That was the preparations that went in and everything. And he might not want to talk about this, but look, I was frustrated more than them, because this is a project you are supposed to do. He's scared of talking about them. No one will come and arrest me. I'm not in a beauty pageant space or something. Personal experience. outfits. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do. You are given a general idea without budget. Mind you, without budget, you found your own thing, get the outfits and everything done. You finish a whole shoot for like 2-3 weeks. Okay, we are done. You submit the project, and then after like 1 week, the project stays there for like 1 whole week. They come back and tell you, all that you did didn't really resonate with us.
I didn't say that. So
I'm saying I was there. So he's afraid. He's afraid. I was there. And okay, and with the outfits, we wish you use something else for the outfit and not this. I'm like, it took us like 2 weeks. Like what? Charlie, I beg you have to give us small. That was my 4 days experience, but I want to know some of the frustrations.
All right.
You see, I'm trying to push you so that those who are aspiring, the ladies who are aspiring to get there, should understand, say, Charlie.
You see, some of these things, it's contract bound. You cannot speak about them. You cannot speak about them. I can speak about it, but then Mimi is still reigning. She's not handed over yet. Yeah. So I don't want a situation whereby maybe something I would say would generate issues for her. If she's done with her reign and she wants to share her story,
she will share.
She will share, definitely. If she wants to share her story, she will share.
I'm looking at you.
But then all I want to say is that, like, beauty pageant is not cheap. So if you're out there and you want to get onto one, make sure you have a strong support system, because pageants are not cheap. They are expensive. It's one of the most expensive hobbies that you can have.
Apart from photography.
Yes. It's an expensive hobby. So you just have to have a support system.
You need a whole system behind you. I remember she was in India, and her whole team down here was a different discussion.
Because I'll close from work, I'll leave Sokode, I'll go to Adidome. Then, you have to leave Adidome, come to work at Sokode, you close, you have to go back to Adidome. And we did this all through the 3 weeks that she was in India. So it was basically we were all at Miis World.
We were all there. Yes, we were all there.
It was basically we were all at Miis World. Yeah. That's how.
So you need a strong team
that's
behind
how the
you
whole thing is.
to make it work. No, I'm just looking at some of the frustrations. A big shout out to Michael, the video editor. Okay, he was shooting and editing when I met him, because part of the whole process, even picking music for, was it the intro video or beauty?
The intro video.
The intro video. Picking music took 5-6 hours. Music for 30 seconds.
No, we wanted to find a song that tells a story. And then at the end of the day, we found a perfect song. All, much respect to Enam.
I love that girl.
Haji Vodushi.
Yes.
Enam was, when I called Enam, I was like, Enam, we want to use VFF for Mimi's intro video. She didn't stress.
Oh.
She didn't stress. She was okay. Then before I know, she signed the release. She sent it to me, soft copy.
She sent it to you?
Yeah, she sent it. She didn't stress us at all.
Oh, wow.
Because initially, Miriam was supposed to meet her and take it, but then she just signed it and sent it over. And so, big ups to everybody else that helped. There was Made by Angel. Mm-hmm. Made by Angel started making dress for us, from Face of Volta, from 2020 till now. Unless you don't call Made by Angel, she'll make dress. Then there is Vivio.
That's such an angel.
There is Vivio Couture. Mm-hmm. Then there is Serene Gab. Okay. Then I know of Nicoline in Accra. Nicoline GH. I know of Nipple Skin. Mm-hmm. A lot of designers.
What? Nipple Skin?
Nipple Skin.
Is it this
it's
nipple?
Not nipple. It's nipple. Nipple.
Say nipple.
No, say nipple.
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 Oh,
nipple. So let me stop this. Okay, nipple. Hi, nipple.
You're an evil child. So, and then there were lots of people. A lot of people that actually came together to help. And then I think these things, sometimes that's how it is. You come together and then you make the dream work. Yeah. Because I remember before I started pageants, when I wrote down my 5-year goal plan, I was in my 5th year of pageants, I want to be able to send one of my winners to a platform as big as Miis World. And that was my 5-year plan. And we started Face of Volta in 2020. Then in 2022, somebody from the very first edition got the slot to go to Miss World. So it's like from my very first attempt at pageants, I have gotten what I was going to use 5 years to do. So imagine if I set any other goals now, and then with the experience that I have now, because we didn't have as much experience when we did what we did.
Yeah, and still got there.
And then we still got there. But then I also want to say that most of these things, they are mostly the girls. It's the girls that work hard. Okay. They only listen to your advice. Imagine you tell them whatever you tell them and they don't take it. Or that you tell them what you tell them and they take it and they go there and they don't work as hard as they do. Like, they will not come out victorious.
So I have 2 questions for you from what you just said.
Yeah.
One, is that why you pushed Miriam to the brink of death to go to Miss World? That's number one.
I didn't push anybody to the brink of death. You know, pageants can be fun, but pageants can also be like traumatic. Because most of the times, especially if somebody is going to represent her country in an international pageant, just know that by default, depression is one of the person's new hobbies. Because really? you'll be thinking you have to get flights, you have to get like wardrobe, you have to get...
a part of this world, eh?
You have to get your travel insurance, you have to get spending money, you have to get money for extra luggage, all those things. And if you don't have people who will do these things for you, or if you don't have an organization that will pull all these things together for you, then it becomes an issue. I can proudly say that when we were going for Miss Global Africa International, we had sponsorship from Africa World. They sponsored the girl and then one other person. So I even
traveled with pictures on social media. Oh my God!
Because everybody had to see.
Oh my God!
Everybody had to see. Because after all, you have been sponsored by Africa World. One of the best airlines in Africa.
For that.
If I don't make noise about it, then what?
And the luggage and the poses, and I'm like, Venunye,
you are being sponsored. You don't have to pay extra luggage. You don't have to do any. You don't know. We almost missed our flight. We almost missed our flight. Then we called. Then somebody, they had to, you know, if you know somebody that knows somebody, before we know, they've called, they've called the pilot. That is how we didn't miss the flight again.
Wow.
Yeah. It's one good experience. So that is how it is. Maybe other people might not have it, but then I think anybody that has like gone through Face of Volta to an international pageant would know that most of these things will take care of. Like your gowns, your outfits, and then a chunk of the fees you have to pay, if not all, at least maybe 80% of them, and all of that. So all of these things are things that we try to do differently from the way that it is being done outside.
How is Miriam today? The Miriam from season 1, from day 1, to the Miriam who went to Miss World, went to India, placed Ghana on the world map and everything. Who is Miriam today?
I think Miriam is still an authentic Miriam, but she has evolved, she has grown, she has developed, and then she's now ready to impact and then give back. Because she's not the girl she used to be. She's an entirely different person now. She's a brand. She's like a voice. She has been there, she has seen it all, and then she knows the ins and outs of all this. But then I think one thing I like about Miriam is that she doesn't do like, oh, I'm this, so I'm not at your level, that kind of thing. You know, there are some people that even if they crown them Miss Tintomanto, they'll start behaving like they were there before everybody.
Miss Gobe.
Yeah, Miss Gobe. Anything like, yeah. People get like very, very minute titles in like areas that are a little bit, excuse my language, insignificant. But then they start behaving like they've arrived and all of that. But then like Mimi is not like that. I can proudly say anyway. Almost say Obiya Dia Osai. So it's even though I might have
Let me
my
give you the early version. Venunye will out and cheer bamel. Oh, that's not it too.
Eh?
Venunye will out and cheer bamel. And lupa idea Osai. Yeah, that is it. I'm just paraphrasing. Let's say power.
I'm not good with that particular proverb, so maybe.
Anyway, so is it safe to say that going forward, your beauty pageant, those you'll be doing, you work close with Miriam, considering the experiences both of you had?
I think when it comes to the girls, we are a family.
Okay.
Yeah. When it comes to the girls, we are a family. Now we have gone beyond the boss kind of thing. Like now we are a family. Yeah. Now we are a family. I think yesterday she even sent me a message. She was like, "Daddy called me today because my dad was asking of her. So my dad called her to check up on her. So once in a while, she will ask me, "Oh, how is mommy doing?" Once in a while, my mom will check up on her and all of that.
A family
because I
person.
remember when she lost her mother, I went to the funeral with my mother. We went there for a couple of days and then we came back. So it's now like a family thing. Yeah. We are now more of brother and sister than just, so it's a family thing.
Let's talk rebranding. Why are you all running away from the Volta region? Charlie, Volta hard though. Making no joke. Volta hard. I'm also one. We are all not kind of running away, but tell us about the rebranding first. You tell us what you are rebranding Face of Volta to now. What is Face of Volta now?
Okay, so Face of Volta is technically rebranding to Miss Sapphire Ghana.
Miss
Sapphire. Say it. Sapphire.
I beg. I know you hear everywhere. Miss
Sapphire.
That's the
Sapphire. So Miss Sapphire Ghana.
Okay.
So Face of Volta is rebranding to Miss Sapphire Ghana. So yeah. So with all the achievements, all the works that you've seen us do on Face of Volta, which was a regional pageant. So we can just imagine that Miss Sapphire Ghana is coming out as a national pageant. And the main goal is to kind of bring the platform closer to other people in Ghana. Because people from other regions wanted to be part of Face of Volta. But then it is being called Face of Volta.
Yeah.
Somebody will come from Cape Coast and be very good and contest. And if you crown them Face of Volta, Voltarians will roast you. So where they have Atikran, you are called Tro, Mewe, Ako Dadela Ngaji, Atro and you deputy, Afia Pete, So we are just trying to like make it a bigger platform so that more people will be able to get involved. So that's the whole concept of Miss Sapphire Ghana. We chose the name Sapphire because sapphire is a precious gemstone and it's a special one. Just like we have the diamonds and the other ones. Yeah, sapphire is a special kind.
Okay. This might be my final question on beauty pageants. So you've been following beauty pageants across the world, studying them, doing the back and forth and everything. Which is your favorite? I know this is a tough one, but I'm going to ask you.
Hey!
I know.
My favorite pageants are the Big Five pageants.
Big Five?
Yeah.
One?
Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss Grand.
Miss Grand?
Yeah.
You guys said the color?
Miss Supranational.
Miss what?
Supranational. Supranational.
No, thank you.
Then, of late, Miss Earth is not really rising to the standard. So Miss International.
No, but I love Miss Earth. You know, they do Earth-related, saving the planet kind of projects, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I love their stuff.
But then it's the level at which they were and the level at which they are now. It's a little bit.
Come on, they're trying to save the planet. There's nothing glamorous about saving the planet too.
It has to
You see, it has to be. It has to be. Wow.
Because it used to be glamorous.
Okay.
It used to be glamorous. So it's like doing the same thing the same exact way for 10 years. Then somebody is evolving on what they do over the past 10 years. So it will become obvious that someone is doing better than you are doing. Yeah.
Let's shift gears quickly. I hope we'll be able to finish that one in like 5 minutes tops.
Okay.
Let's do music.
Music, yeah.
Look at him, yeah. You have a whole catalog of music. I went back to one of, like, way back to your old songs and I was loving them. Fun fact, about 90% of all the pre-weddings I shoot, I use a song. And I don't pay him royalties or anything because
please help me collect my royalties.
anytime I use the song,
help me collect my royalties.
The couple are like, oh, the song is so beautiful. It just speaks to us. Like, if he's talking to your girlfriend, just leave your girlfriend and run away because oh God,
I'm harmless.
So let's talk music. What brought you to music?
Music is just something that I think I was born with it. Yeah.
Hygiene Sunday school. I don't mean Sunday school more.
No, I didn't. My church, we don't really do Sunday school. I'm a Catholic.
Church? Catholic.
I'm a Catholic.
No.
Don't.
I shouldn't. Okay, I would. Okay.
I'm a Catholic. We don't really.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do now, but then there was no. But I remember when I was in senior high school, I used to sing at church. Then I was part of the choir.
Sir?
Then in college.
Hey, imagine them in the choir room.
I was very innocent.
You were very innocent.
I was very innocent.
Oh, okay. That was then. Not
I'm
now.
so innocent.
Okay.
But maybe not as innocent as I was before, but I'm still innocent.
I wish we can get a picture and insert here, but let's see how that goes. Venunye in the choir room. Oh God.
I have pictures I can actually give you.
Good.
But now I will not give you because I know what you want to use those pictures for. So I will not give you. But I have them. The ceremonial choir robe.
Nice.
It's cream and wine, and you could see that yes, this is a virgin, and
what did you just say? All right, let's leave down this. So we are still doing music. At what point did you take music very seriously?
I think I started taking music seriously after 2013, because 2013 was when I auditioned and got on the Glow X Factor.
Okay,
So,
X Factor.
Yeah, we had to leave Ghana, go to Nigeria for some weeks, or let me say like a month or so, to shoot the series. And then we came back. Then I was like, maybe music is not for me. Then the next moment, I jumped on MTN Hitmaker in 2015. Then that one too, it is what it is. Then after MTN Hitmaker in 2016, I think I wrote We Are One, my song We Are One.
Yeah.
So I just wrote We Are One, and then it was just there. I remember when I was writing the song, two people that I was so sure they had to listen to the song and give me feedback. One of them was Bright Ellis and the other person was Elombini.
A younger Elom, short man, witchcraft devil.
So they listened to the song, and then like the feedback was good.
Okay.
Then Aziz Ajibade did the production of the demo, and I had to come up with the whole beat production in my head. Yeah, I had to say, play it this way, do this way, do this way. Then the song was ready. We took it to DJ Sixon in Lomé, Togo. So we traveled to Togo to record We Are One like professionally, and then we came back. Then the song was just out there. So I remember one time, I think Salom Ameza made a post about the song We Are One. Then I think he was kind of going to credit the song to King Mensa. There is this Togolese singer, King Mensa. And I was like, no, this is not King Mensa's song. This is my song. Yeah. So when I was like, that's my song, then, okay, so that was how the whole thing started. So I think We Are One was one of the songs that really, really pushed me. And then when I was writing We Are One, it took me like an hour to
Just an
write
hour.
that song. Yeah, it took me like an hour to write that song because that weekend I went to the village. I went to visit my grandmother. So when I was with my granny, I was just asking her for proverbs. As many proverbs as she can tell me, I was putting them on paper and all of that. So when I came back and I sat down, I wanted to sing the song. I was just looking through the proverbs and I was putting them together, and it came together so beautiful. Then after We Are One, there were other songs I got on a label, but you know, everything is about time, because I believe that if it's your time, everything will align in the way that everything works for a greater good. So right now, I'm kind of like a little bit off music.
No, hold on. We've not even gotten there, Kra. So slow down. Someone said, I'm not going to mention where I heard it and where I was. Someone said for Venunye, he only writes about his heartbreaks and then his falling in love moments. So something happening in your life, some girl break your heart. Oh, they'll fight you cut wine. The next moment, you know, he's releasing a song about heartbreak. He's in love, a girl kiss him or give him a peg, and then he gets butterflies in his stomach,
a song about
and he falls in love. But
I don't even have a song about kissing.
But you have songs about love. That's what I'm saying. So you fall in love, you sing about just the way you feel. If you are,
oh, I put myself in other people's shoes. Because when I wrote Sugar, when I wrote Sugar,
he's saying it too.
Sugar was not even about me. Sugar was not my story. Sugar was about my kid brother and some girl that he liked, and the girl didn't even like him back. So that was the whole, because my brother was Tumefa, the girl's name was Emefa, so the whole chorus, Emefa.
The song was
like,
on
yeah,
the
Emefa, Tumefa rhyme scheme and all of that. And then the whole thing was just me being creative. Then when I wrote Sweet, Sweet was...
You give us a little bit of Sweet too.
Okay.
Small
Sweet was me just asking myself, if I'm walking down the altar today, what kind of song would I want to sing to the person I'm taking down the altar? That was how come I wrote Sweet.
That is the song I used for my pre-wedding.
Yeah, that's how come I wrote Sweet. Then the new one, XOXO. XOXO.
You imagined? Or it was a personal experience?
No, it was an experience. It was always, no, it took me 4 years to write XOXO.
Why?
It took me 4 years.
Because it was a sweet, long experience.
No, because I had to observe certain things and go back and add it to the music and all of that. So it took me 4 years to write XOXO. Oh, please. So it's not just like, there were a couple of songs, yes, Close Chapter, They Broke My Heart, I wrote Close Chapter. No, they didn't break my heart. Like, I put myself in the shoes of a broken-hearted person, and I wrote Close Chapter.
The sound, only recorded that, you know.
I know.
You know, okay.
No, whatever I said before now, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. So I just put myself. It's a lot of scenarios. As a creative person, it has to be a lot of scenarios. Otherwise, you will not get to tell the stories for the people who want to hear them, or you can't tell the stories of the people you need to tell the stories for. Yeah.
I see. So, have you left music? No, before you even do that, shall I give us a little bit of Sweet? Sweet is sweet. Small.
There is Hamatan.
No, I understand.
My voice, my vocal cords, and I can't even breathe well now. I have cold.
You do it before we go on. We are hungry. Do Sweet and let's go. Do Sweet. Small one. Small Sweet. Small chocolate Sweet.
Can you hear me? Sound.
Oh yeah, loud and clear. Your backup is also there, so this one we cannot miss it.
Hey. Okay. So help me do this. So. Baby, why you coming to? Anyway, it's just me and you. Really for love, follow me, go, hey, go down low. I just placed my ring on your finger. Love got much more better. Nobody can take away. My body no take away. Yeah. Long, long, hey, show it, babe. Ye dem for me. Malonwo deka wokweje machonye jina. Then this is the place people don't sing well. Please, the lyrics is I love, I love, I love, I love. Angono ngini ngono. Our love. So I love, I love, I love, I love. Angono ngini ngono.
I've been singing my love.
I love. It's not my love. So it's our love, our love, our love, our love. So our love is sweet. So our love.
Our love is ngono.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to take it again so that I'll let it well this time. You have to take it again. Oh.
So that is it.
No, you have to take it
just
again.
like it's just like someone said, be you. People have been singing it. Me, you, me.
No, we have to take. Okay. So no, you have to take sweet again. You have to take sweet again. With the angonongini like just.
Okay, so let me break it down. Baby, wine for me too. And you may, it is just me and you. No need for no pillow. Follow me, go. We dey go down low. I just place my ring on your finger. I love God much more better. Nobody can take away my body, no take away. Yeah, lo choebe, ide mavome, malo deka, wokoeche, machonye china. I love, I love, I love, I love. Angono ngini ngono. I love, I love, I love, I love. Ngono ngini ngono. When everybody's gone, I'll be there for you. For better and for worse, my love, I promise you. Meganana madekana glona opena. Nye mejebena na wololo. Nobody can take away. My body no take away. Lolo nchoebe. Ide mavome. Malonwo deka. Wokoeje. Machonye chi. Zazana is like that. That's how the song is.
Hot here.
So that's it. So the song is for the lovers.
Wow.
It's basically like your first dance at your wedding. That was a concept in my head. Like just after you put the ring on the person's finger, that's the first song that you dance to. Yeah.
And just like that, I've forgotten all the questions I wanted to ask about this. Like, wow.
So that is it.
What was the next question? No, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, where are we now? I'm lost for words. But yeah, where are we now?
So we are at the point where we are talking about the fact that partly off music now, but then I still write songs, I still record songs, like I still get stuff together. So if tomorrow I wake up and I get a record deal, if I get a record deal tonight and they ask me to submit 20 songs, I have 20 songs. Yeah, I'm ready. I just don't want to like rush and put things out there and then they don't follow the system and then they don't work out the way they are supposed to work. Yeah.
This interview has gone on for so long already. Let me say, you did a few shout outs earlier on, mentioned some people and then the roles they played in your journey and everything. Can we talk family? People are protective of their family, so like, can we talk family?
I just want to shout out to my family, everybody in my family, from the immediate family to the extended family. I appreciate everything that everyone has done for me.
And that is the person who wants to keep his family out of everybody's eyes. Nice one. And I respect it a lot because I respect that a lot. But I realize you have a lot of, you are connected so much with your mom and dad. You talk about them a lot.
Yeah, they say I'm a mommy's boy.
Oh, so you're also a mommy's boy.
Yeah, they say I'm a mommy's boy.
They say.
But I don't think it's a bad thing being a mommy's boy. So, this will air when? On the 1st.
It should go on the 1st.
It should go on the 1st. So actually, my mom's birthday is on the 31st of December.
Oh, okay. 31st December.
31st December.
Whoa,
so that will
tomorrow.
So that will be tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow for us, but then yesterday for the viewers.
Yes.
So like, I think I'm just a family-oriented person. I'm very close to my family. I grew up around my parents. I didn't have to leave at any point in time, so I'm attached. It's not me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm just attached to family.
Yeah.
And then like family means a lot to me. Like yeah.
No, but that's your camera. Tell mommy something. We'll send this to her tomorrow.
Mommy, if you're watching me, yeah, I know I've been a bad boy and I've been troublesome and all of that. But that's why I'm your son. That's why you love me. You cannot throw me away. You cannot disown me. No matter what, you only complain. You still have to love me just like I love you. So happy birthday to you. Happy 60th birthday. Yes, 60th.
Nice.
Yeah. When I grow up, I want to be like you. I want to
Sir.
be looking still fresh at 60. Yeah.
Anyway, anywho, all right. So that was with music. So what next with music?
But next, I'm looking forward to working more. So actually, this year there were lots of things I planned to do, and hopefully some of them have gone through successfully. And all these things were supposed to help me get back onto music and all of that. So very soon, people will see.
So what next for MSG?
Miss Sapphire Ghana. Miss Sapphire Ghana is going to launch in 2025. Probably by the end of the first quarter of 2025, Miss Sapphire Ghana should launch. So everyone out there, you can follow us on social media, Instagram and Facebook, Miss Sapphire Ghana. Miss Sapphire Ghana. Just type Miss Sapphire Ghana and then you find our pages. Follow the pages and then you can send us a DM, ask us any kind of question you want to ask, or just follow the page and then keep locked onto the page. So if updates come, you will see. It's going to be an exciting
I can already feel the energy.
Season 1.
Yeah.
It will be so exciting. Yeah. We are even thinking of, I don't have to say.
Yes.
So I cannot tell you, but it's going to be exciting. Wahala for who no go there on Sapphire Season 1. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So any final words? Maybe some few people you like to shout out and stuff like that. You know, before you even do that, there's one aspect of your life, our life, we don't like talking about. We don't like to talk about your other profession.
No.
Okay, then let's leave it there.
I'm just some hustler somewhere, yeah.
So this one is not even part of it. Okay, so shout out now.
I saw pure water.
Yeah, so your final word.
First of all, I want to give a big shout out to everybody that has shown me Pepe in 2024. Like, the fact that he showed me Pepe has kept me on track. It has made me realize that I don't need to trust too much. I don't need to talk too much and all of that. And, you know, sometimes when people are showing you Pepe, you feel like, oh, like these people are bad. But sometimes these people, they keep us in check. So big shout outs to everybody that has shown me Pepe. Then a big thank you to everybody that has supported me in the most minute ways. Like to my friends, I don't want to mention names, but then I have like my bad character friends. There is Francis, like his character is very terrible. So I just want to say a big shout out to Mama Gambi Avelia for being like such an inspiration. Cause I remember how I met Mama Gang, and then she opened her arms. She took us all in. She was a mother to all of us. She'll correct you. The blasting, God. The blasting. So even as of now, I'll be there. I'll be doing something. I'll be like, what you are doing. If Mama Gan sees it, will she approve of it, or will she be asking you?
Nkema, she has a way of saying it. In trouble.
That kind of. So, Mommy, thanks so much for everything. Then to
Mama, if he's coming, he doesn't call me. He'll come alone
and come and celebrate and come back and come and laugh at me.
Tomorrow.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him, oh mama, because next one will be fighting. And you are saying.
Then I also want to give shout outs to the girls. Honorine, Blandina, Ajo.
Hey, Ajo.
Yes. Ajo, Miriam, just the whole face of Volta family. Clarita, Gijo, Scholastica, everybody. To all the people who don't like me, I don't like you too. So let's just keep it like that. Like, we don't like each other. The vibe is so cool and all of that. And then, yeah. And then thank you to Max International Beauty.
Yes,
I think Max International Beauty has been very instrumental in everything we do. So, yeah, I know this is not like a paid what, but then permit me for all your beauty needs, your makeup, like you want to do makeup. You see, all those girls that I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but maybe you want to wear your makeup on Friday and you want to use it till Sunday. Max product is perfect for you. You wear your makeup Friday night, you go to the club, you come back Friday, dirty December, all through Sunday and all of that, and then Sunday morning you just take tissue, you dab it small. It's still
white, yeah,
and then you go to. And then currently, I think Max International is doing a promo where if you buy some products, they give you another product for free. So maybe you buy a eyeshadow palette and then they give you a concealer for free. So if you want to buy any of these mass products, please just give me a call or send me a DM. Is it safe to put my number out there?
So we'll put a link below the video where you can actually connect to him directly and then do that.
Yes, please, because otherwise I'll be. So a big shout out to Max International. A big shout out to Made by Angel. God. Only God can thank you enough for me. She's done so much. She's done so much for me that I can. And then to everybody who helped right from the beginning, there was LPs, there was Fafane, there was Yao K Trends, currently Elom of Lom GH, Serene Gabs, Honorine. If I don't mention her name, she'll cut off my head, put it in a pot, cook it, and give it to me to eat. So Honorine, Gumenu Tasho. I appreciate everything that you've done for us. And then, yeah, I think the list is endless. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Yeah. And to people like you who keep on encouraging us to do better. Oh, Bone. I've not forgotten. Bone. Yeah, Bone has been very instrumental. I always call, I want platform for the girls, and he would always fix us somewhere. So big thank you to Bone. Yeah. And to everybody that has said something nice about our brand that made us get favor in the eyes of somebody, I say thank you. And everybody too that has said something bad about our brand that made us lose an opportunity I want to thank you. But there was actually one person that went to speak so bad about me to somebody, to the extent that the person called me and was like, the way they spoke about you, you must be doing something right. Because people didn't like you. So at the end of the day, the person gave me money. I'm supporting your business. Yeah. So sometimes you need people like you. Yeah. You need to badmouth us so that people can see that we are doing something right. So yeah, that is it. But this year, 2025, if you show me paper, I'll show you paper. That's how we are living.
Slow on that one. So that was Venunye, the queen maker, and it's been a good conversation so far. And I'm glad you all stuck around to this point. If you're able to make it to the deep end, just write another comment, deep end. I'll have something special for you.
We didn't shout out to the wine that we drank.
Oh my God. We finished it because of ECG.
So we started ECG. And then this is actually cashew wine.
Yes.
From Volta Winery. It's 12% alcohol. I know somebody will email me and be like, you are not supposed to be drinking alcohol. I drank it because of the show. Because you have to promote the product.
He's going to put me up my head.
You have to promote the product, and I cannot speak about something I've not tasted. So I actually drank half bottle of this It's so nice. It's made in Ghana, made in Volta.
Made in Volta
And
region.
It's cashew. It's cashew wine.
Cashew wine.
So if you need some, I think you can just call them on 024.
We'll put their details below.
Okay, so the details are below. So Volta Winery. Yeah.
They're not sponsoring this. We are just talking about our experiences. The last show was Kamoka Coffee. This is Volta wine, and we are promoting what is made in the Volta region. So big shout out to the Volta wine.
So we are only giving them shout out.
Oh yes. We love their product and we use it on the show.
So you see, Volta wine. If you see this, come and sponsor the next one, and probably you send some wine bottles to my house.
The wine bottles are away.
Get some to the girls, and then.
My cameraman will not talk me for the next 1 month because we finished the wine together. They didn't get some.
Okay, they can keep the bottles. They can actually put some flowers in the bottles and use it for decor. Yeah, like that.
All right, thank you all so very much for making this work. And then it's double V again for Visit Volta and Carlo Franklin. I'll see you when I see you. SMA.